There's a massive storm coming in. And if you've got all the paperwork and everything you need, you're still made to feel guilty arriving into America for some reason.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are checking all remaining bags. If you're going to Mexico City, it's a full flight today.
I just realised that this Get on the Bus has had no content whatsoever for not buying something and then moaning about the thing that I do own. So, if you could only smell it down here. Get on the bus! I've just arrived into Copenhagen because I'm flying at 7:25 in the morning. Flying to London, then from London to Dallas, and then from Dallas to Mexico City. I'm gonna play some music in Mexico, one of my favourite countries in the whole world. I want to get some new headphones. I want to get some new overhead headphones. Let's see how that goes. There's a massive storm coming in. And as I'm walking through, the wind was absolutely crazy. You might have just seen it. Let's keep everything crossed that the flight will be going. I'm gonna go to sleep now. I'm still getting over jet lag from Australia. Let's go and mess that shit up. Here we go then, Mexico City. Time is 5:39. Flying British Airways to Heathrow now. So all the usual, as if they let me take the saxophone on board. It's always funny, that's where you come out at Copenhagen, to the times that I've come out of there, going to different festivals, Copenhagen Jazz Festival, coming over to play Headphone Jazz Festival where I spent most of my life now, coming over for various other shows. Now I come to Copenhagen all the time. I come in and out of this airport. Yeah, but I always remember all the little times that I arrived to go and do gigs. My flight's at 7:25, under 2 hours, which is nice. The guy totally got it. What luggage you got? I said, I got a saxophone. He said, yeah, go on. I said, try your luck. I was like, yeah, nice one. I always said I'd never ever get a backpack, you know, like a rucksack. As you just saw, I've got one. And it's turning out to be a lot more handier than I thought. But I always think, if you need something from the bottom, it's very annoying because you've got to take it all out. Anyway, I'll let you know my thoughts on it on this trip, because that's what I've got to deal with. But I actually quite like it. I managed to get my saxophone on stage, on the plane as well. Yeah, this first flight number 1. So far, it doesn't look like the wind's going to make any difference.
Seatbelt sign is turned on by Ian or myself, and it's like
1 hour delay. I want to get some overhead headphones. I want to get some headphones. I'm doing a little bit of research and asking a few people. It's the Sony or the Bose. Shame I wasn't doing this live actually, because then you could give me your opinion. I'll tell you what, you could probably give me your opinion once I've spent the money and bought them. I just made a decision to get some, but they've only got them in white. Don't know if I like that. So I just tried both sets of headphones, Bose and Sony. Bose, the ultra quiet, were so much better than the Sony ones, which I didn't expect, and really comfortable and everything. And then as soon as I decided to go, yes, I'll get them, he said, oh yeah, but we've only got them in white. Don't really want them in white, I want black. And he was like, oh no, and they're quite expensive, so it's like, I'm not going to spend money on something, well, something that I don't actually need anyway, probably, in this world. I'm not going to buy a pair of white headphones. Can't do it. Sorry. If they're here on Monday in black, I'll get them. Just at the end of all of the long journeys. It's 4:38 in the afternoon and it's hot. So the new rucksack, how's that going? The backpack. But it means that I can't get the saxophone on my arm as comfortable. So I'm having to carry it like this. Ah, see? Maybe the rucksack isn't as good as we first thought. Anyway, I've got about 2 hours till my next flight to Mexico City. Go and do all the customs bit now. Doesn't matter, even if you've got all the paperwork and everything you need, you're still made to feel guilty arriving into America for some reason. So when the police stop you or ask you a question, you feel like you've done something wrong. So on that flight, I just slept solid for 7 hours. Don't know if I feel better for that or worse. I just realised that my flight's boarding in 10 minutes. I just remembered all the security here. It's an absolute nightmare. And I didn't go to the toilet just before we landed. I thought about doing that. D37. Well, I've made it through security and I think I'm the last person to board this flight to Mexico. D37. There we go then.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are checking all remaining bags. If you're going to Mexico City, it's a full flight today. All remaining bags.
I've got to check the saxophone then. I made the flight. Will the saxophone make it in one piece though? Walk it down onto the plane. But you never quite know. Ooh, also, can someone explain this? Why in the UK you have to have these open for takeoff, but in America you don't? And landing. Come on, Norfolk Flyer, tell me. So I fell asleep. Not taken off. It's delayed by 2 hours. Oh well, doing a lot of sleeping. Arriving into Mexico, it's either mega busy or quiet and you just walk straight through. It's the moment of truth through this door. It's alright. It's actually quiet. Amazing. I had to put my saxophone underneath at the gate, but that's alright at the gate. I don't mind that because they generally put it on. Well, you'd like to think they'd put it on. It's now waiting to see if they did actually go and put it on and whether it'll come through. Now we can look at the bag, and now we can see the problem with my bag. I want to get some fresh socks and some fresh boxer shorts out of the bag. But now to get that, I have to get everything that is in the bag out of the bag. This is why I don't like rucksacks. Okay, it was very comfortable to carry through the airport. That was fine, fully agreed. Well, look, here we go. Here is a pair of socks. Here is a new t-shirt, and here is some boxer shorts. Okay, so we didn't have to take too much out. I'm not totally sold. So I've arrived in Mexico City. I'm getting picked up to go to Puebla in a minute, but first I'm going to go grab a coffee. It's wonderful to be back in Mexico. I just realised that this Get on the Bus has had no content whatsoever, apart from me travelling, slightly moaning, wanting to buy something and not buying something, and then moaning about the thing that I do own. So, you know, you can't always have content, but my hair looks great. I mean, what is that? Funny when you think about where you've been somewhere and then suddenly, if I think I was here in February, which is like 7 months ago, and then just like that, it's like I'm back here again. So it always amazes me that. Life goes by really quick. If you could only smell it down here. I mean, it's teacher on. Woo. So I get to have a lovely coffee, sparkling water, back in Mexico City. I'm only here for I'm in Mexico City for 1 day, Puebla tonight, and then in Texaco, and then I'll be back on Monday. We enjoy this, we enjoy a lovely coffee, V60, everything's wonderful. It's funny, this time last week I was in Australia, now I'm in Mexico City, but in the meantime I've been to America, London, Sweden, amazing. V60 coffee, I've had a bowl of fruit, I'm just finishing that up. I'm now waiting to get picked up. Well, we'll go back to the apartment, get picked up, go to Puebla, which is about a 3-hour drive. Last time I went to Puebla, the cartel had had kidnapped some children, and then the locals actually blockaded the road off, and we were stuck in traffic for 14 hours. Hopefully it'll go better than that time. I do look tired, and I know people are going to go, get some sleep, make sure you look after yourself, Adrian. But remember, this is what I do for a job, and I love it, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm ultimately happy, and I sleep when I can, and I sleep very well. On my flight over, I did 7 hours solid. Anyway, folks, cheers. Also, so many new subscribers. Thanks for subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing the videos everywhere. Yeah, it's really kind of you. Everyone's so happy. So nice. They were so nice. I walked in and they were like, Adrian. I was like, whoa. So how are you? I was doing all my work there every day when I was here for a month. I had to go in. But I was thinking I'd go in there on Monday, but I think they shut on Monday, which is a shame. Anyway, I have nothing else to say now, but enjoy your weekend.